Hello, my name is Ilona and today it's Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. It's very early. It probably has to do with the full moon that's coming up January 6th, and it's a full moon in the star sign Cancer. I am Cancer myself and my moon is also in Cancer, so probably why it's really influencing me right now. So I'll have to wait and see what's going to happen the next days. But I'm just wide awake, so I thought I'd make a video now. First things I want to talk about is that we are awaiting, of course, the new Twitter files that will be released by Elon that will have to do with a certain American doctor. Very curious what's going to come out of that, but it will certainly create waves. Other things I noticed and saw was that the Virgin Island Attorney General Denise George was fired 3 days after suing JP Morgan over Epstein and, of course, benefiting from Epstein's activities. Very interesting what's going to happen with that next. And something very sad happened. Monday Night Football suspended after horrifying injury. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field and appeared to be getting CPR before being driven off the field in an ambulance during Monday night's game against the Cincinnati Bengals. So that was, I'm afraid we're going to see more and more. Very sad, of course, but we are seeing the damage of the stings more and more. To me, this feels like it is connected to the stings. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what will come out, but we're going to see more of this, unfortunately. So I want to take a look first at Brazil. Of course, there is now a new president, Lula. And I think I've mentioned in a video before, someone actually asked me that I thought you felt like Lula wasn't going to be president. To me, he doesn't feel like the president. To me, this feels like Mr. B's situation where it looks like he is the president because, of course, Mr. B also had an inauguration and seems to people like he is the president. To me, he doesn't feel like the president. I don't see him as the president, and the same feeling I have with Lula. Although I was expecting the military to actually step in before that, but I'm just going to take a look at the energy right now, what's going on in Brazil. So apparently Bolsonaro is in America, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll have to just see what the energy of Brazil is right now. Well, we've got the first card, the Lover's card. That's the card above. The central card is the Moon. We have the card Strength in the Past. We've got the Three of Swords underneath the Moon. We have the Four of Pentacles for the near future and the Knight of Swords. So this is interesting to me. We have the Moon. That's the central card. So it's not clear what is really going on. To me, this feels like a puppet show. I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is just put on as a show. The media was reporting on it. I've seen some footage of all these people were cheering apparently on the new president. And later on you saw the real footage and there were barely any people there. This is just confusion, it's misinformation. In a way, I do believe that they want to bring out, like they did with Mr. B. This is the president now, so just accept him as the president. And that's really what they're doing in the media. They just tell you what to think, what you should do, what you should know. To me, this doesn't feel like he is the true president. But of course, I'll let it up to you what resonates with you. To me, this feels like confusion, illusion. It looks like a certain way, but something else is going on. It has to do with choices that are being made, need to be made also by the people in Brazil. Most of them are supporting, of course, the Bolsonaro. And I think this is really about making choices from the heart. And this has to do with very old pain. This is showing things that have been happening for so long. People in Brazil are fed up with it, with what's been going on. And this is in a way to show this old pain that needs to be healed. I also have a feeling that still things need to be cleaned up. I've read about a couple of weeks ago that they were already cleaning out certain areas in Brazil where there were a lot of corruption going on. A lot of people connected to Lula and to, of course, the dark energies. So they've already been taking care of that. But I have a feeling that it's not clear, clear yet. And that's why this puppet show is continuing. And especially with these cards, this feels like they're trying to hold on to their powers. The dark energies, they're still trying to hold on to what they've got. But another energy is coming in, and I assume this is the military that will ultimately fight back. How it's going to go, I'm not really sure. I have a feeling that, again, so much going on the background, but this is just confusion. It's like it's not clear what's really going on. Not clear what is really happening there. It's just an illusion, a show they're putting up. But they're trying to hold on. They're trying to force people in a certain way. Of course, from the dark energies, they're still trying to push people in a certain way. But something else is going. I don't think the people in Brazil are going to stand for this. I don't think the military is going to stand for this. And that's why we have the Knight of Swords. They're still trying, the dark energies, but they're going to have a lot of backlash and a lot of resistance. And I do believe ultimately that the military will step in. When this is going to happen, I'm not really sure. It wouldn't surprise me if it's all connected somehow with everything that's going on around the world. So it's all connected. It's like one thing has to happen and then everything will happen. Like a domino that's falling. That's the feeling I'm getting. So I don't believe that he is truly president, but that is my feeling I'm getting. Of course, like with Mr. B, people here, even in the Netherlands, of course, and in America, are convinced that he is the president, although there are so many signs that he doesn't have the true power and he's not truly in control. But this is show. This is just a show, being, like a puppet show. Illusions create this unconsciousness, illusion is the best word. This is just a show. That's what they're doing now. They're trying to hold on, but this is not going to last, especially not with the Knight of Swords coming in. There's going to be a lot of resistance and backlash, so to speak, to what is happening now. So this is what I'm getting for Brazil. I also want to take a look at the death of course, a former Pope, Ratzinger. And I just want to take a look what the energy is around his death. And let's just see what the energy is. I think it is important that he has passed away. It's like another marker, so to speak. Although we are, of course, also waiting for the Pope now. What's going to happen? That is, of course, the Pope at the moment. But I'm just going to look at Ratzinger and his death and what's going on there. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Page of Wands as the central card. We have the Queen of Swords in the past. We have the Knight of Pentacles underneath the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups in the near future. And the Sun. So this is going to be a completely new beginning emotionally. And I think this is very important. This was very, very important that this marker happened. That this passing is just like what happened, of course, with the Queen. Very important that this happened. And this is all part of the plan. This has to do with the Whiteheads. It has to do with part of the plan. They are now rolling out this side. Very important. This is about healing and understanding what's been happening. More and more things are going to come out, I believe, surrounding the Catholic Church, the Vatican. I do believe a lot of scandals are really going to come out now. And this is really about healing, about understanding what's been going on. And this is part of that plan, part of putting things in motion. Again, like a domino that's falling. This is a very important one, especially with these cards. This will open, like, clear things. So new beginning, new emotional beginning, very important, especially with the Ace of Cups. And this Sun, it's a very beautiful card. It has to do with children as well. We're going to hear more and more about that. And we really are going to see things. It wouldn't surprise me at all, especially because it's almost like all these people are kind of falling away, and this gives room for things coming out. So I think this is very important. The Ace of Cups with the Sun. I do believe more and more things about the children are going to come out. New beginning emotionally, very, very important. I do believe that more things are going to happen, of course, with the current Pope. So much things are going to come out now. There's no stopping that, especially concerning children, healing. Religion has been used, unfortunately, in so many horrifying ways to control us, to decide what we should think, what we should feel. They've really tried to control us through all kinds of means. And religion was a pretty, let's just say, tough one. A lot of wars in the name of religion have been happening, and that's not just the Catholic Church. So many things have happened with religion and using it just to manipulate people, keep them small, feeling, especially with the Christian belief. At least I was brought up in a Protestant, at least with a Protestant, how to say that, background. And, we were sinners, and there was no way we could get out of this. We always needed to be saved by people and couldn't do it by ourselves. That mentality is, of course, ultimately the victim mentality. It's like telling you, you're not good enough yourself. You can't do it yourself. We need to help you, and we will tell you what you should do and which way to go. So religion has really been used to suppress a lot of people. So much has been going on. And it is time to face that as well. And I think a lot of people around the world are still going to be very shocked with all the things that are coming out. I believe there will be things I don't know about what's been going on. So we're really in for, I think, a rough ride, so to speak. We've already been going through this energy for a while now, but things are heating up. That's the feeling I'm getting. So I'd like to leave it at this. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.